So normally I want to be thinking about going to the left, and then once I'm here, safe opening. Right now we're outside Hendon Test Centre, and I'm going to show you how to drive so that you can pass your test first time. We're going to let this person do their thing. We're not going to rush, we're going to be patient. Our car's already on, and I'm going to get into first gear. I've got my brake on because this bit is downhill. I'll signal as well so that people know that I want to come out, and I can see the reverse light is still on, so they're still trying to reverse. I'm going to check this side as well, stretch my neck, stretch that side, and if they're close to me like this, I'm not going to move. But once they get a bit more straight, like there, I can start coming off my brake. You notice my clutch is still down. So if I bring my clutch up, the car's gonna go too far. So I'm braking, off the brake, braking. Checking my left mirror as well to make sure I'm not too close to this car here. And then now I can start coming off the brake and then easing off the clutch smoothly as I drive out. I'm not going too fast in this car park. And I'm going to turn right at the end of this road. And I'm gonna check my center mirror, right mirror, and then signal right around here. So lots of people make the mistake of going too far to the right on this side here, but I'm going to make sure that I position myself on this side of the road with my signal on. That way I'm on my side. I'm going to make sure I check both sides now as well, check the left and the right, creeping out slowly, clutch a bit to the biting point and then down again. Now that I can see that it's safe, I can bring it all the way up again and then back on the gas. Again, I'm still in the slow section of this test route, so I'm gonna go slowly through this estate. I'm turning right here, so let me signal right. We've got some pedestrians walking in the road, so we're gonna keep an eye on them. Hopefully they're not gonna get in our way. So I'm ready for them. So he's turned around, he's made eye contact, so he's aware that we're here, so you don't need to worry about him too much now. Speed bumps, so I'm just gonna brake a little bit. And we've got a vehicle on the left there. I'm not sure what they're doing, but we're going to go around them. So I'm going to check my mirror. No need for a signal. But then we've got another vehicle coming out of a parking space and a motorbike coming down the road as well. So there's a lot going on right now. So I'll wait here for a second until that situation becomes a bit clearer. Yeah, so once they're out of the way, check my mirror. And then I'll go around. Okay, so be patient in those kind of situations there, be patient. Don't rush to get to that situation because you're gonna make it worse. And then eventually everyone's gonna get stuck. So if you see something developing like that, just hang back, let it clear out a little bit more and then carry on. So here I'm gonna be turning right at this roundabout. So check my center mirror, right mirror, signal right around here. Still in first the whole time, by the way. I haven't changed gears yet because there's no need. I'm going to keep it nice and slow, going round the roundabout. Then once I go past this exit, I'll signal left. Look out for any pedestrians, look out for any workers around here as well, because it can get quite busy. And then my signal cancels itself once I straighten out my wheels. I'm going to turn left at the end here, so mirror, mirror, signal left. And I was going really slow there, but once you come out here, this is 30 miles per hour now. And I'm going to look for any cars coming from the left, from the right, sorry, and the left as well, but right now it's nice and clear on the right, and the left lane is clear, so I'm going to enjoy it. So just because I'm turning left, it doesn't mean I can't check the left as well. Some people forget to check the left. You've got to check both sides before you come out of any road like that. Okay, so now at the next roundabout, I'm going to go right fourth exit, which is basically coming all the way around on ourselves. So I'm going to make sure I stick to my lane for now and then check my mirror and then go towards the right side. Once I'm here, I'm going to check my center mirror, signal right, slowing down, braking gently. Now I'm off the brake and then back on the gas again. But just very, very light pressure on the gas, not too much. Going around in this roundabout. And then once I get to the third exit, once I go past the third exit like now, I'll signal left, and I've also started moving away from the center of the roundabout. We've got people near the crossing. This guy looked like he might want to cross, but then he doesn't cross. Yeah, so if people are near the crossing like that, just be ready for them to start crossing and slow down. But then if they don't cross, then you can carry on. Okay, now I can get into third. The zebra crossing coming up, but it looks like it's nice and clear. Check my mirrors anyway, just in case I got to stop. So around this bit is normally quite quiet, there's not too much going on up. Sometimes people come out fast from this junction here, so just watch out for that. And then we've got the island there, so I'm just going to ease off the gas. So right now I'm not pressing anything. Check my right mirror because I need to go around this yellow car. And then back on the gas. Yeah, I kept in third, didn't really need to gear down there because the speed was good for third as well. But if I slow down a lot more, then I might think about gearing down to second. Yeah, so you notice my speed is creeping up to 30 miles per hour now. I wasn't in a rush to go really fast straight away, but right now it's nice and clear, so I can go a bit faster. But keeping in mind that it's still 30 miles per hour, and I don't want to go beyond that. Whenever you're thinking about your speed, don't accelerate until you've checked your speed first. A lot of learners make the mistake of accelerating without even checking the speed. If you check the speed and then before you accelerate, that way you're less likely to go too fast. And also listen up for the engine as well. So right now the engine just sounds like this. If it sounds a bit higher pitch, it means I'm probably adding too much gas and I'm going faster than I should be. Checking my right mirror to go around this car. No signal needed. Okay, I'm gonna pull over on the left if there is space, but there isn't space, so there is space. So mirror, signal left, braking really gently. So I'm braking, and then now clutch down, keep braking some more, then easing off the brake a tiny bit now, just so the stop is nice and smooth. Handbrake on, neutral, clutch up smoothly, and then off the brake, cancel my signal. So this is how you stop smoothly when you're coming to a stop like this, yeah? So now we're gonna drive on again. Let's do some independent driving actually from here. So we're gonna go first roundabout, turn left, second roundabout, and then take the first left. So this is one of the routes that you might get. So first roundabout, turn left, and then take the first left. And then we'll stop again after that, and then they'll give you more instructions. So get my car ready into gear, look around. I'll put a signal on because there are some people around, and then before I move, check my right shoulder as well. It's looking good, adding a bit of gas as well in the background, smoothly off the clutch, and then into second gear. This Tesla has to wait for us because we have priority. They're cutting across our lane. If you're not sure about who's got priority, just think about if anybody's cutting across your lane, then you have priority. Okay, and then now I can go into third, thinking about the independent drive instruction, which was turning left at the next roundabout. And if you forget which way you're going, don't just stay quiet. You need to ask the examiner which way are we going again. So it was left, so I'm going to check my center mirror, left mirror, and then I'll put signal like around here. So lots of people, when they approach this roundabout, they brake way too late for some reason, and then they struggle to do the right thing here because they've approached it too fast. So I'm checking the right from early. Those cars over there, don't have to worry about them too much because they're on my left. And then I'm going to take the next left, which is here. And if you go the wrong way on your test, by the way, don't stress. They're braking gently, and then now easing off the brake so that my car can go around this corner smoothly. So now I'm going to find somewhere safe to pull over on the left. Give this person enough time to get out of the way, because sometimes when people are pulling over, they don't pull over as quickly as you expect them to. So just give them time. Checking my center mirror and my left mirror. My signal's still on the left, braking really gently. Braking, and then when I get to like around here, clutch all the way down, still braking, and then handbrake on, neutral, clutch up smoothly, off the brake, cancel my signal. Okay, so now we're going to do the second part of the independent driving, which is traffic lights, turn right, roundabout, go straight, second exit, and then roundabout, turn left. Okay, so traffic lights, turn right, roundabout, straight, second exit, and then roundabout, turn left. Okay, so get the car ready again, handbrake down. So you can do this in a few different ways. The main thing is that you look last. Okay, so you can get the car ready, you can go into gear 1, you can keep it in the handbrake on and then check and then handbrake down, or you can put your handbrake down while you got your brake on and then have a look around I'll let this person go past before I put my signal. Once they've gone past, I put my signal on, check around again, and that van is very far away, so I can start moving. But I don't want to move out here too slowly because this van is still coming. So I've got a decent amount of gas there to get the car moving at a nice pace. So remembering that instruction was traffic lights turn right, so I don't see any traffic lights at the moment, so I'm going to keep going, and then I'm going to make sure I see the speed limit here. Lots of people miss this. There's 20 right now, so I can't go faster than 20. Then we've got a zebra crossing coming up. Some people here, when I've taken them on mock tests, they confuse this for the traffic lights. A zebra crossing is not a traffic light. Okay, so the lady's waiting, so I'm just going to slow down. I'll go into first just so I can give her time to cross fully. Yeah, if she was quicker, I could have left it in second, but because I had to go really slowly, that's why I went back into first. And then I can see the speed limit now is changing to 30, but it's not 30 until I go past those signs. People here start to increase their speed too early. You're going to get a fault for that and possibly fail. But now that it's 30, I've gone past the sign, I can go a bit quicker. I'm not going crazy with it. I'm not going to put my gas down and go really fast straight away, but it's time for me to go a bit quicker, especially like here when there's not much room. I can go slow. I'm still doing like 20 now because of that space there. Just because it's 30 doesn't mean you have to do 30 the whole time. So this person's turning, so I'm going to slow down, give them enough room to turn. Yeah, whenever people are doing maneuvers in front of you, whether they're turning or parking or pulling over on the left, like I said before, expect them to take their time. Don't think they're going to get out your way quickly and rush towards them. Just think they might take their time, and you slow down enough so that you don't get too close to them. Still thinking about the traffic lights. So now I'll be thinking, which way do I go again? If I've forgotten, I'll say to the examiner, was it left at the lights or was it right? Or which way was it again at the traffic lights? And they'll tell me it was right at the traffic lights. Yeah. So now that I know which way I'm going for certain, I'm remembering my gear right now. I'm in third. The light is still green, but I'm going to approach it slowly. And then check my center mirror, signal right. Get into second because I don't want to approach this too fast. And the light is still green, so now I can aim for the middle, and I can see that's changing to red, so that these cars have to wait now. Then I can start moving, and then yeah. So once you see the light going red, don't stay in the middle unless there's other cars blocking your path, because if you stayed in the middle, you saw how quickly those other cars started coming towards me. Yeah. So now I'm thinking about the next stage of the independent drive, which was straight second exit at the next roundabout. And again, if you've forgotten, you can ask them. Don't be shy to ask them as well. You're not going to lose points if you ask them. So here I'm just keeping in second right now because it's not that wide here. Yeah, I'm going to go a bit slower through this part. And then once I can see more space, I can go a bit faster. So a little thing that you can remember is less space, less pace. Try to remember that phrase, because lots of people don't realize that when the space gets smaller or narrower, you should actually be going slower there, because the risk of crashing is a bit increased there when there's less space. So you want to go a bit slower. Okay. So now I'm in third, checking around me as well to see who's next to me, who's behind me, thinking about the next roundabout is straight second exit. So now I'm thinking, is it more than one lane here? Because if it is, I'll only be in the correct lane, but as you approach it, I can see that it's only one lane. So I can go straight from third to first, keeping a nice distance between me and the car in front. And you noticed I braked really early there as well, so I didn't end up having to bang on my brake near the end. So as I'm here, I'm already checking out the right from early, so I want to see what kind of traffic is over there, and that will help me as well to get onto the roundabout properly. So now I can see those cars. That car isn't indicating, but he was far away anyway, but even if he was indicating, I would have gone. But watch out for those people who don't signal properly at roundabouts. But if you want to signal properly at roundabouts, make sure you check out this video that I made so that you can do it properly without any issues. Okay, so now we're carrying on through another small space. So again, less space, less pace. Yeah. And the thing is, if you're not sure about whether there's enough space or not, just slow down. Yeah. Because I get a lot of learners who struggle with making the decision of whether there's enough space or not, and then they just go fast and fast towards it without slowing down. And that's going to be really tricky for you, because the faster you go towards it, the less time you have to think about whether there's enough space or not. So if you're not sure, just slow down, and then once you slow down, you're going to kind of realize, okay, there's not enough space, or sometimes you realize, okay, there is enough space. But because you've gone slowly now, you've given yourself time to think, and you've made it safer as well. Okay, so I can see the guys ahead braking a little bit, and then this car on the left has to wait for us. So once I go past, I'm going to go into third. Checking my left mirror, because there's a lot of space there, and now it's getting into a smaller space. Anytime you've got a lot of space going into a smaller space like there, just check the side mirror to make sure no one's being cheeky and trying to cut in front of you. Okay, so the next instruction was turn left at the roundabout. Yeah, so that's what we're going to do. So now I'm thinking about left at the roundabout, so I'm slowing down early, checking my mirrors, then I'll signal left. There are 2 lanes here, but this van is making it a bit tight, so I'm just going to wait here for a second until he's moved out of the way. Like, this is another thing that you want to do. If you're not sure there's enough space or not, don't try to squeeze in. Only do it once you're confident that there's enough space. Yeah. So now he's moved it out of the way a little bit more. Now there's more space. I can carry on now. Checking the right from early. Not need to worry about that side too much. Checking this side nice and clear. Not rushing towards here as well, because you can see there's a traffic jam here and there's a zebra crossing as well. Let me cancel my signal. Once this guy's gone across, check my mirrors again and then carry on. So that's the end of the independent driving there. Sometimes it will do more. Here, let me just deal with this bus first, but he's got his left signal on, so I don't have to worry about him when I get here anymore. I can go past him. Yeah, so sometimes they'll do more of the independent driving, but for now I'm just going to give you instructions turn by turn. So let's carry on. So down here, I'm not really pressing anything because it's downhill and the car's still moving quite fast. Yeah, so I might even want to think about using my brake a little bit to control the speed, especially there's a bus ahead of us as well. He's still got his left signal on, so I'm just going to be really cautious here because I don't want to get caught up. So now that he signaled right, but I was already going past him. Let me signal right now because I want to turn right. So once the bus indicates right, and if you're already going round him, don't worry too much. You just need to carry on as long as it's safe to do so. You don't want to be slamming your brake just to stop for the bus that's indicated kind of late. Yeah. But the main thing is I was slow there. I was ready for him to come out if he came out early enough, but you don't want to approach it too fast. So now I'm going to pull over on the left. So mirror in a safe place. Signal left. And let me stop just here, clutch down and brake. Still got my brake on, handbrake on, neutral, and then cancel my signal. Okay, so now we're going to do a parallel park using that white car over there. So sometimes when you see a nice space like this, they'll got you to do a parallel park, or they might get you to do a bay park or forward bay park in a different place. But for now, let's do a parallel park. So let me just check around my surroundings, over on my right shoulder as well. I don't need to signal here, there's no one here, so I'm not going to signal. If I did signal, it's not a problem, but I don't really need to. So I'm just going to approach it slowly and then pull up beside the car, just like here, giving me about a door's width between me and the car that's there. Get into reverse. I don't want to start too wide because if people come now, they can go around me. But if I start really wide, I'm taking up the whole road and no one can go past, and it'll be more stressful for everyone. Okay, so once I've checked my surroundings, it's nice and clear. And I can notice when I come off the brake now, yeah, the car starts rolling back because it's on a slight slope. Yeah, so I don't need to bring my clutch up because if I do, it's going to go way too fast. Okay, just off the brake and then back on the brake again to control my speed. Once I get to like around here, so now my mirror is like in line with the center of this car here roughly, I'll do one turn towards the left, keep checking around, and then when I'm facing like around 1 o'clock roughly, I'll do another turn to the right, just one full turn to the right. So now my wheels are straight. I'm going back diagonally now, and then I'm checking the little mirror on this side to make sure that I'm not too close to the curb or I'm not too far away before I do my last turn. But once I can see I'm close enough, I let this car go past first. Check around again. I'll do one more turn towards the right. And then now the car should get into the parking space. And then once the car is nice and straight, I'll do one turn towards the left. Yeah. So now that it's nice and straight and close to the curb, handbrake on, neutral, and then secure the car. If I was to make a mistake there and I got too close and I touched the curb, it's not a problem. I'll just go forward. Or if I was turned a bit early and I was too wide, not a problem again. I'll just fix it by turning more left in towards the curb. Okay, so now that I've done the parallel park, I'm happy with it. If I wasn't sure if I was happy with it or not, I might even want to come out the car and check, but I can see in the mirror there that it's looking good. Okay, so now it's time to drive on again. In this case, because I'm quite close, I could reverse back if I wanted to, but I'm going to show you how to move off when the car is quite close like this. So let me just do my checks, check all over. I'll signal because I can't really see around there properly, get my biting point, and then here, I'm not bringing my clutch up too hard, just got it around the biting point and then down again. Checking again on my right shoulder, my right mirror as well. And you notice that I'm going really slowly here. Yeah, and then now once I'm out, I can add a bit more gas and bring the clutch a bit higher, because if I was to do that too early, the car will go flying into the car that was on the left there. Okay, and then now, still 30 miles per hour. I haven't seen any other signs on this road, but I'm not going to do 30 here because there's no need. The road is really rough, it's not very even here, and it's quite bendy as well, so there's no need for me to be doing 30 around here. Even now, easing off the gas a bit. Got the hazard warning lines on the floor there, and then I'll go around this side. I'll signal right when I get here. Mirror, mirror, signal. Check my mirrors again, and then aim for my side of the road. And then I can see here, we've got a one-way, or not a one-way, the road turns towards the left. You have to turn left here. You can only go towards the left. So here, if you ask the examiner which way to go, they'll just tell you, do what you think is best. Let me go a bit more forward so I can see properly. So I can see cars coming from that side. There's a van there as well. Do I need to signal here? Let me know in the comments. Should I signal here or should I not signal here? And I'm not going to rush here as well. Only when I see a big gap I'm going to take it. So like now I can see a nice gap off the brake. Add a bit of gas. Clutch up smoothly. Add lots of gas now. And then into second, lots of gas again. Into third, lots of gas. So that way, when you build up speed like that, you're far less likely for the other cars to catch you up, unless they're speeding, obviously. We're going to turn next left at the traffic lights. So mirror, mirror, signal left from here. And I'm braking gently in fourth. Keep braking. Once I get to like around here, clutch down. And then I can either leave it in neutral, I can put my handbrake on, or I can go into first gear, but I'm just going to leave it in neutral so I can rest my feet. But you can do whatever you want to do. If you want to leave it in gear one, just don't leave it like in second gear or like or fourth gear, because you want to be either in neutral or be ready to go in gear one. And one thing I recommend is bring a bottle of water with you for the test. It's very useful for like when you're feeling a bit nervous. Yeah, so that you can just have something to drink. So here, get into first, clutch to the biting point, handbrake down, smoothly bring the clutch up. So now I'm off the clutch, I'm turning here, make sure this lady has seen me, because sometimes people will just cross without checking. You saw that I had my brake ready just in case she decided to cross without looking. So on some junctions, on some T junctions, you should be stopping for pedestrians before you turn, but there it's not safe to do that unless they've stopped in the road, obviously. But coming off like dual carriageways or fast roads like that, don't just stop for the pedestrians that are trying to cross. They need to wait for the light to change before they cross the road. Okay, so again, less space, less pace. Then I'm going to be turning left at the roundabout, so I'll check my center, and then I'll check my left mirror. I'll signal left around here, Still in second, but I have my foot ready in case I need to change. But I will change because I can't really see the right properly. Now that I can see it's clear, I can carry on. Then into second. Checking my mirrors as well. Once I'm into a new road, I always check my mirrors to see who's next to me, who's behind me. So I don't want to be driving just focusing on here and this part here, which is what a lot of learners do. Just focus on this part of the road, but you're missing out on so much information that's going on around you. What's next to you, what's behind you, what's on your left. A good driver will know all those things at all times, okay? Okay, so now braking a bit to go down this hill. And then now it's a bit clearer, I can add a bit more gas into second, sorry, into third. I was already in second, doing 30, because there's no parked cars near me, it's nice and wide, and this car coming down has to wait for us before he turns, and people get panicky there when they see someone coming towards their side, but don't worry, most people know what they're doing, so you need to trust them and give them a bit of benefit of the doubt. So next roundabout, there's 2 roundabouts coming up, we're going to go left at both of them, it's a double roundabout, so we're going to go left and then left. In third right now, so I'm going to go into second, and then as I get to like this roundabout here, I'll signal left, position myself towards the left as well, checking the right from early. That car looks like it's going over there, and then deal with this roundabout next, because some people forget this is a double roundabout. You want to treat them separately, and that car's not indicating to come towards us, so then I can make my turn, cancel my signal, and then into second. I'm not going to cross these lines over here, I'm just going to stick to my side, and then when I get here I'll signal right, approach it slowly, checking the right from earlier. I'm also thinking about my exit as well, which is over there. Now that when I get here I'll get into first gear. I'm checking into the roundabout as well because I want to see where I'm going to go. I want to go right into the roundabout by the centre, but it's looking like it's getting built up over there, quite a bit of traffic, so I'm not going to go in there, because if I did I'll be blocking these guys. So this is what I mean about being patient. Yeah, and you can feel like, oh my god, I'm taking too long here, and especially with people next to you are creeping into the roundabout. Don't do that. Just keep checking for a nice safe opening. Yeah, you want to avoid those kind of situations there. So once those lights go red, that should have a nice little gap, provided that I've got space on this side. Yeah, so now I can see that light's gone red, and then this car's coming up quite slowly, so I can go. If they were coming up faster I wouldn't have gone, but they were coming up slowly enough for me to carry on, keeping an eye on those lights, and then once I'm here I'll signal left. So I could go into that lane on the left as well. This lane is also okay to come off, but both of us now should be coming off together. So I'm going to keep an eye on the lights and keep an eye on the cars next to me as well, checking both mirrors. I want to keep to the right a bit as I go around, and then checking both mirrors, and then cancel my signal. So normally I want to be thinking about going to the left, but there's a vehicle there, so I'm just going to go past them and then into fourth. Remember, this is a 50-mile-an-hour road, so there's no need for me to go into the left right now, because all those guys are going slow anyway, so I can keep it in the right lane for now. But if the left lane was completely clear, I should be thinking about going into the left lane. So now I'm going to go into the left, so mirror, mirror. Yeah, still following signs for Brent Cross, which is now going to be a straight second exit, this roundabout. Yeah, braking gently. I'm in fourth right now. I don't want to do this in fourth. I'll slow down some more, get into second, keeping an eye on the lights, and then smoothly off the clutch while I'm adding some gas. And then now when I get here, signal left, checking both mirrors, cancel my signal, and I can go from second straight to fourth. Yeah. So this car in front is going kind of slow, and I think about going around him. He's doing 35 in a 40, or in a 50, sorry. I'm going to check my centre mirror, signal right. There's a nice space there, and then cancel my signal. So now I'm doing 50, going to 5th. Don't be too quick to overtake people on your test though, only if they're going really slow. So if there's a bus or like a lorry or like a really slow moving vehicle, then you can think about going past them, but don't do it that in a rush. Take your time. And here we're going to be following signs for the A41 now. A41. Yeah, so normally I would have gone back to the left, but there's a car next to me there which I can go past, and I'm thinking about which side is the A41. Looking out for any signs, and now I can see the signs there. A1's to the left, A41 is where I am right now, so it's perfect. Don't need to change lanes, I'm good where I am. I can see people are braking up ahead, so I'm going to start slowing down, check my mirrors as well. So the light's been green since I've seen it, so I don't know when it's going to change to red again, so I need to be super careful here, slowing down some more, checking my centre mirror. But once I get here, if it starts changing, I'm not going to stop. Yeah, then we've got another one that's been green for ages as well, but when I get to like around here, or here, sorry, I'm not gonna stop. Yeah, I already made up my mind. This one as well, when I get to like around here, I'm not gonna stop. Yeah. So when you think about when you're not gonna stop, that way you're not gonna panic when it changes to amber, and then that way you're less likely to make a mistake of braking too hard for the amber light. So next traffic lights, we're gonna turn right now. So mirror. I want to start thinking about going to the right-hand lane. Yeah, so I'll signal right. There's a nice space here. I want to go to the right lane again, so I'll do this separately, and then now see a nice gap. I can go into the right lane. Cancel my signal because the right turn is quite far away, but when I get closer, I'm going to put it back on again. So like when I get to around here, everyone's braking ahead as well, so I'll start slowing down, checking my centre mirror, then I'll signal right to let people know that I'm going into this little slip road here for turning right. Check my mirror. Clutch down because this is quite a slow speed for 5th gear, and then in 2nd, clutch down and brake gently again, neutral, handbrake on, and then I can relax for a little bit, especially because I'm far away from the lights. If I was really close to the lights, I would have stayed in 1st gear, but now even though I'm far away, I'm looking out for the traffic that's coming this way, because when they stop, then it's likely for us to be next to get a green light. Yeah, so now they're stopping, and I can see our lights changing as well. Get my car into gear, clutch to the biting point, smoothly off the clutch, adding some gas as well. But this light might change, so I'm keeping an eye on it. But once I get here, it's not gonna, even if it changes now, I'm not gonna stop. Yeah, so remember, always have a point when you think to yourself, if it changes now, I'm not gonna stop. So that way, you can deal with those amber lights safely. So now that I'm off the dual carriageway and now I'm on the slower roads, this is a 30 or a 30 sign as we enter this road. I need to be really careful how I speed up around here, or how I deal with this kind of road, because it can be really easy to go too fast here because you've been going fast before. But when you come off those kind of high-speed roads, you need to tell yourself that you're no longer on the high-speed roads, and now you need to control your speed. It's a different style of driving. Okay, I'm going to take the next right. So mirror, signal right, let people know I'm turning right, and then I'm going to position myself along the line here. Without going over the line, I'm going to go a bit towards the right, and then I'm going to go along the line, going to 1st because this car is in the way, so I can turn nicely. Because if I had to try that in 2nd in this car, it would have been a bit of a struggle. Okay. And then now really slow down here because it's like 10 miles an hour down here, and these humps are super harsh as well, so you don't want to go here too fast. Okay, look out for this pedestrian here. Had my brake covered just in case he decided to cross without checking. And then here, this is a crossroad, but I've got priority because I can see the giveaway lines on their side, not on my side. So they're the ones that have to wait for me. And then I'm gonna go into the test centre now. So mirror, mirror, signal left. Go really slowly into there. Don't go fast here because there's not much space to turn in here, and if you go really fast, you're gonna end up losing control and potentially going on the wrong side. And there's also people here sometimes in the way. Yeah, so now check my mirror, go slowly through here. If you haven't done already a maneuver on the roads, they might ask you to do a bay parking here or here. But since we've done a parking already, we're just gonna pull up on the left. Normally you pull up over there, but I don't wanna get in their way. And then here is where they will tell you, well done, you passed your test because you watched Zonda driving's videos. All right guys, thank you so much. Let me know in the comments what other test center you want me to do. Right now I'm going to go over to Mill Hill and do that another test route there. I think I might go to Barnet as well next week. But let me know if you have any test centers around your area that you want me to cover, because I'm excited to do more of these. But yeah, thank you so much for watching. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.